So take your time with these meditations, with these activations, and really allow it to develop beautifully in your minds. We're going to do one last activation, which is really the key to everything that we've been doing. And I have this book here that my Holy Father, Rabbi Greenberg, wrote. It's just hot off the press. Okay, this is the Yud Hey. And we're going to go through the very last piece, which is the reason why this whole book came about. I'm going to show you the cover of it. This is called Handles to the Torah. And the reason why it's called Handles to the Torah is because there's Likutei Moharan is a book written by Rabbi Nachman. And Rabbi Nachman wrote in his chapter 60, which is in Hebrew Samech, he wrote that in order to bring the Torah together, we need to put handles on the Torah to lift it up. So in here, this is all based on the Ben Ish Chai. And I'm going to read from the beginning. This is the Ben Ish Chai. This is the piece that we took from it. And really it's meant to be read with commentary in a class. If you really want to fully grasp it, we really have to go deep into it. But the basic gist of it is we're going to go through it. This is in Parshas Tetzaveh. Regarding Parshas Tetzaveh, the Ben Ish Chai reveals the idea within reality that the current name of Hashem is no longer functional, as it is reiterating the same patterning that causes suffering. He states that Geula comes in the merit of Torah Sheba'al Peh, the oral tradition, because this encourages humility and being willing to let go of our personal ideas in order to hear the other person, which leads to closeness to Hashem. This is where the Shekhinah, the Holy Divine Presence, resides. So Gaiva, which is ego, which is represented by the letter Vav, because it's the 6 days of the week, right? We're infusing that with Shabbat, but the Vav is being raised, the ego, to the letter Yud. How do we do that? So how do we take Gaiva out of the world? We do it through complete balance, through the Yud Hey, because Gava, Gimel Aleph Vav Aleph, the way the Ben Ish Chai spells it, is 15, and Yud Hey, right, is the numerical value of 15. Yud being 10, and Hey being 5. Okay, so now, according to the Ben Ish Chai, there is the Kohen Gadol would wear around his forehead. The Kohen Gadol was the high priest in the temple, beginning with the line of Aaron, the brother of Moses. He was the high priest, the first high priest of the children of Israel, Bnei Israel. Aaron HaKohen, we call him. Aaron also has a name called the brotherly love, brother and sisterly love. He was all about peace. He was all about love. When somebody would get into a quarrel, he would always, it didn't matter how busy he was, he would always get between. He's the epitome, he is the symbol in the Jewish people, and that's why God, Hashem, right, speaks, the name of God speaks through Aaron HaKohen, because it's just complete peace with Aaron. So Aaron wore a special breastplate with 12 stones representing the 12 tribes, and on his forehead he wore this thing called the tzitz. It's spelled Tzadik, Yud, Tzadik. And I'm not going to get too far into it because we have a book, but basically the activation, all you really need to see is the letter Tzadik, right? Yud, Tzadik. The Ben Ish Chai says very clearly that the letter Tzadik is going to be the letter that escorts the Geula into the world. So we're going to begin by seeing, just like we have tefillin, we have an antenna right here. Here's your kind of your third eye. So we put the tefillin there for a reason. And basically, we're seeing the letter Tzadik on top of our forehead because Tzadik, as the Ben Ish Chai said, is the letter that's going to escort the new name of Hashem into the world with perfect balance. How's that? Because Tzadik is the number 90, which is again times 2 koach ma'at. All began with Adam, with the name Adam. Here we're coming a full circle back to Adam, times 245. Because 45 times 2 is stitching heaven and earth together. And then what's happening is we have a Yud Hey on this side and a Yud Hey. So we have a Tzadik, Yud Hey, Yud Hey. Okay? And the reason for that is because there's this, there in the Ben Ish Chai says that there's 3 ears. It calls it Ozen LaOzen. 3 ears. So the first ear, the first Ozen we have is 58. The second is 58, and the third is 58, right? And this is all in the Ben Ish Chai. It says that God not only sees with the third eye, but He hears as well. So when you combine 3 58s, you have 3.58. And here again we have a different way of looking at the word Mashiach. It's not just 358, but it's 3 58s. Because when we're listening, God is listening. When we're listening to other people, when we're listening, that's really what it's about. It's about internalizing it. That's how we build relationships. So the Ben Ish Chai brings this amazing discovery. And he says, how is that going to be revealed into the world? He quotes the pasuk. It says Be Yah, in Yah times 2 in Psalm Samech Chet, I believe. Yeah. He quotes, and another pasuk from Psalms. It says Psalm 150, Kol Haneshama Tehalel Yah. We're going to be singing Yah. But we know it's times 2 because whatever is in heaven is in earth, and we combine it together, and that's why we're doing it times 2. So everybody together, I want you to see that Tzadik, which is 90, and then we're going to see Yud Hey on one side of our ear and Yud Hey on the other side. And together it equals to 120, 90, 15 and 15. You have 120. What is 120? 120 is the age of Moses. And it's the age of Rabbi Akiva when they passed away. Now, why 120? What was Rabbi Akiva and Moses so intertwined? If you look at 120, it's 12 times 10. What's 12 times 10? The 12 tribes. What are we doing here? We want to infuse the 12 tribes with the new name of God, Yud Hey, with the 10 Sfirot. That all the tribe, that all the people of all of Israel that are connected to Israel. What is Israel? Completeness, wholeness, Yerushalayim, Shlomo HaMelech, Shelma, it's completeness. How are we complete? By bringing and revealing God to the world. How do we do that? Through the 12 tribes with the 10 Sfirot infused. That is what 120 is. So our goal, because it says in a pasuk in Parshat Bashalach, we came to a place called Elim. And in Elim, you could say it as well. And in Elim, Miriam's rock, the famous well of Miriam, was pouring out the water, was spiraling around to the 12 tribes, and it was feeding the 70 date palms. So here, in a very quick activation, obviously it has to be studied more, the piece has to be studied, but just to focus on the word Tzadik, and you could even add seats, which represents the technology. Tzadik Yud, Tzadik so feet. You could see it either way. But the gist of it is getting that 90 together with the 15 and the 15. And you're adding 120 and you're activating the name. You're reflecting the name of Hashem so that it says, Bayom Ahu Yihiyeh Yud He Hashem Echad Ushemo Echad. Thank you for joining us in this activation. And there is many more pieces in here in this holy book that my father wrote and brought down. And we would like to play maybe a song or two for you just in connection to what this is about. I hope you will join us for more activations. This is the first of many trainings. And if you would like to get in touch with us, we will send out social media, and we're here to really bring this to the whole world. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what the whole world has been waiting for. So I wish you a blessed day, and Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah. Beautiful. Do me a favor, just start playing again now. Just start the middle of the song again. Just gonna grab a shot from further away. Okay, just do exactly the same.